Hey everyone, it's RV Idiot #1 here. So I gotta apologize. I lied to you guys. On my last video, I said the next video would be the video of us up at the lake, but that's a lot of video, and I'm still editing it all. So instead, I'm going to show you a video of our Battle Born battery replacement and our inverter install, because it's not as long and won't take me long to edit, and you might be interested in it. Right now we're mooch docking at my parents' house on back of their land there, and my dad helped me install this over the weekend. So have a look and see what we did to make some improvements here to the old LeeLander. Alright, I got two new toys for the rig. I got a Battle Born lithium battery that I'm going to replace the old acid lead battery with, and a pure sine wave inverter good up to 3,000 watts. So I didn't think just getting the inverter was going to be good enough with that basic battery, so we're going to start off with one Battle Born. I mean, I'm just a Class C, so we'll see how that works. Probably going to add another one in the future, but those suckers are about 1K a pop, so baby steps. And then the inverter for being able to run AC when you don't have shore power and not running the generator all the time. So now I just got to figure out how to put all this stuff in, and I'll bring you along on this, what I'm sure is going to be an interesting installation. Alright, so my old battery compartment is right there in the step well. When you go up, you can see I've already taken the old battery out. There's my Battle Born battery right there. Bad shadows here. I'm getting ready to slide that one down in there, see if it'll fit. So the Battle Born battery doesn't fit exactly in there like the old one did, so we're gonna try and reposition this thing and clamp it down so that it'll stay nice and snug and won't move around, and I can get all my terminals on there, because I still have to run cables in from the inverter that we're going to put in next. Alright, so we got the Battle Born battery in. You had to kind of reposition it. I only had room for a bracket here, so this will kind of move around, so I'm going to have to figure out something for that for now. Right now we just have it hooked up straight up, and it's powering everything. Looks like it's doing pretty good so far. And now we got to wire in our we got a mountain wire in our inverter. So we decided to put our inverter in this shoe well that's here. We're just going to take up a little shoe space, so my wife will have to cut down on one of her 5,000 shoes. So where we got the wire running through, luckily we found some places where we could run wire through. We haven't had to drill a hole yet. I don't know, we may not be so lucky when we go to put the output side, but the input side, this is just the back now. We're going to turn it around, and then we're going to make sure everything works first, and then I'm going to mount it sideways over here to get as much room down here as I can. So we're running our output load wires, which are going to come off that terminal board there. Let's run them up over the top of the shoe well, and down in this hole that goes down into a compartment outside that has another hole that goes under the rig, and we run it all the way through there, back up a hole. Alright, and this is my distribution box circuit breaker panel that I have pulled out right now, and you see I got my two wires running out from there, and that's where I'm going to hook into the main power circuit breaker and the return, and hopefully this will work alright. We've already tested it by running the wire straight to it, and everything seemed to be okay, so now we're just running the permanent stuff. Okay, so I got my output to my converter. Here's your hot and your return. Hot's going into the main circuit breaker. Also, it's going to be run just parallel to the main power that comes in from the shore, right? So they're just going to share one terminal on the circuit breaker. Alright, and then my return goes to the return bar right up here, and I should be good to go. Alright, I'm going to do a little op test before I close everything up. Alright, we're all installed. They got the inverter in there in the shoe well. And I've got one pair of shoes. I put one pair of Michelle shoes in there. And we can each throw in our sandals or something that we're wearing at the time, and my little kneel pad for when I'm outside the rig kneeling down for stuff. Basically, let me recover it all again. This inverter is hooked to the battery, which is under here, which I've already showed you. I take 12 volts off of that battery, converts it to 120 AC volts here, right? This is a pure sine wave inverter, so it's not noisy, it's pure sine wave. Alright, as of right now, I have no shore power connected, and I'm running off just my battery, which is turned on right now. So you can see I have 12 volt lights, but I can't do anything AC like run a fan or watch my TV. Alright, until I flip this on. Alright, so now I'm getting 12 volts into my inverter, and I'm putting out 124 AC volts. 12 volts DC, 124 AC. Alright, you can hook individual things to these, but I have this rigged up to the circuit breaker panel going into the main for the main power if I had shore power or if the generator was on. So right now, no shore power, no generator. Now let's look at this fan. Oh yeah, baby. That'll feel good when we're boondocking, because that inverter can't handle the AC. See, I got my TV now too. Alright, that'll come on, but I'm going to have to rescan for channels on the antenna because it's been disconnected for power for a long time while we were installing this thing. But anyway, that works. Alright. See, the microwave's blinking, but there's just one thing. It can't handle the surge. When I turn my microwave on, it trips the inverter. I'm a little disappointed in that. I thought it would be able to handle that surge. I knew it wasn't going to be able to handle the surge of the AC. It also won't handle the surge of our Keurig air either. Not that big a deal to me because I don't drink coffee, but for Michelle. But for now, I guess we can make do turning on the generator when we want to run those two appliances. And the big thing is we get fans, we get TV, and I mounted it in here so it'd be nice and cool. Your vents are in the front, along the top, and in the back, so I'm not covering anything up with that stuff down there. And Michelle uses a CPAP at night, and that'll run just fine. I've already tested that. So there you go. That's my my Battle Born battery installation and my inverter.